So welcome back to my channel. This is Dom and I'm filming this on the Monday after what was a really good weekend of gaming and also visiting the Warfare show at Farnborough. So yeah, Saturday was Warfare, run by Reading Wargaming Club, or Society I think they are, at the Farnborough Air Show. It's one of those shows, in fact Alec, one of my mates from Farnborough, always says, you know, in his view it's one of the best shows that he goes to, and I think for me it certainly is one of the best shows I go to. I've always tried to get to Warfare as a matter of priority for all the events that I try and get to in the year. It's one that I mark down on the calendar first. It's moved around a fair bit, but for the last couple of years it's been at Farnborough Airport, which is kind of handy for me. It's only about 20 minutes drive away, but also has the advantages of fantastic parking and a pretty good venue, if I'm honest. So I'll show you some clips from the games that were on there later on in this video, but needless to say, Warfare's very well attended. I was there on the Saturday, went along there with Martin, seventh son, met up with Ken, Alec himself was there, Gamer Graham, VK Fraser was there, and numerous other, oh, and of course I suppose I should mention Ken, whatever his channel's called now. Nice to see the old git there. And numerous other people we bumped into during the course of the Saturday. So thanks to everyone who said hi. Sorry, I'm not going to name anybody because, as usual, I'll forget because that's just the way my brain works for some reason. Names just don't work for me. So yeah, it was a fantastic show. So Warfare is a two-day event, which is fairly unusual, and mainly that's because its strength is the fact it is a one based around a competition gaming. So there is a large competition element to the show. So half the venue pretty much is set aside for competition games of all sorts and descriptions, everything bolt action to weird shit. I mean, there's all sorts going on there. And it's always busy and it's always popular, and that's the sort of, I guess, the core of the show in terms of, you know, getting numbers there. As a result, it tends to attract a lot of good traders, and this year was no different, and they were doing good business because where there's good traders in a good location with good parking, you get a lot of punters come along. And certainly I can only speak for Saturday because I was only there Saturday obviously, but Saturday up till lunchtime was absolutely rammed. It was so busy, and talking to traders when you didn't want to distract them, but when you could, they seemed to be having a good day of it. So that's all fingers up. Fingers up. That's all good. So that's all good news for everybody involved, and hopefully, Reading turned a good profit and can continue to run it for next year. I think they've got a deal to run it at Farnborough for a couple of years at least. So fingers crossed that continues. Also, one of the main features of Warfare, which I particularly like, is the bring and buy. Don't see many bring and buys anymore, mainly because they are so tricky and also things get nicked and all sorts, but it's always been a big feature of Warfare as long as I can remember, and they've the Reading guys have got it down to a T. There's always plenty of them keeping an eye on it. There's always people behind the counter, so to speak, always people trying to buy stuff. That said, I didn't buy anything from the bring and buy this year. I always find it really difficult to get in. When I do, I get in the wrong place, and I kind of lose patience and give up. So unless somebody points something out, I kind of just step away and let the feeding frenzy commence, headed off by Ken, obviously. So yeah, so it was a good show. Really enjoyed it. As I say, I'll show you some pictures and some video that I took around the event later. So stick around if you're interested in seeing those. Friday night, Martin, seventh son, came up here and actually spent the night here at Cook HQ, and we had a really good game in the boot room. I have recorded it. Hopefully the footage comes out all right. I haven't looked at it yet, so hopefully that will record okay. So I'll share that with you in due course. It was a monster battle. I'd set up the table full length, so it was 12 by 4. And we played a War of the Roses Hail Caesar game using his supplement, or what he's written in terms of rules for that particular period, with all the different Lord characters and all that sort of thing in it. And we had a great time. We had four divisions each, and they all came on at different points of the game and different areas. We used a randomised turn sequence timing wise, so that dictated when reinforcements arrived, and also when the game finished, which also worked beautifully. Something we'd stolen from Achtung Panzer, one of the really good rule, I guess, new things I've seen in rules for a long time. One of the best things I've seen in a long time is that variability of turn lengths and game lengths, which that game has within it. So we pinched that. It's something we'd sort of toyed with at CrackCon. Martin used with his Hail Caesar game there, and we did it again on the Friday night, and the game was great. I won't tell you what happened. It was great, brutal, and very, very bloody, just what you want in a medieval War of the Roses type battle. So yeah, Saturday we went off to Warfare and had a great day there. So met up with lots of people. If I did see you, thanks. I had lots of chats with lots of people. Lots of people just sort of came up and said hi, which was great. So thank you if you did. Lovely to see so many people, and really just, again, you just look at an event like that and you just think this hobby is in a golden period. It really is. So anyway, I know what you came for, and that's to see what I managed to purchase, how Dom managed to yet again fail with his plans not to buy anything. Yeah, I did go in thinking I don't really need anything. Still managed to spend an awful lot of money there. I did pre-order some stuff, so does that count? I don't know. I pre-ordered because it saved the postage. I suppose it still counts. Anyway, let's hit the deck and have a look at what I bought. So first of all, one of the pre-orders I picked up while I was there was these railway tracks from Foreground. They're MDF. You've got curves, straight tracks, and more straight tracks. I just thought it'd be quite fun to have them for games like Dead Man's Hand, but also for ACW games. I quite fancy using them as a feature around, kind of maybe a raid on a train depot, that kind of stuff. And also I could use them for the boxes, because often railways were the feature of the of some of the main games there. So I picked these up. Yeah, I'll have a look at those later. I haven't really had a chance to properly look at them, but they were on reduction with, who did them? Great Escape. I think it was Great Escape had them, so I picked them up. So that was that. No trip to any wargaming show is complete without a pile of MDF. And sure enough, I hit the war bases quite hard. Some of this was just stuff that I'd pre-ordered. So Midgard base types. There you go. Lots of those. Also some ones to allow me to use my single-based figures for Midgard. That's there. That's not that. And then some circular bases for commanders, which, yeah, really pleased with that. So that's all to the good. Lots of empty. Oh, the smell. Whoa, the smell. Moving on. So this was, I'd been really, really good. Well, reasonably good. And then I went back in for a once round at the end and had to go and look at some of the Blessed Perry figures, didn't I? Of course I did. So there was somebody just selling off, or selling metal Perrys. Perrys themselves weren't there. There was a rumour that they were there, but I didn't see them. If they were, I'd be surprised. They don't tend to come to warfare. So I've got some Confederate infantry and shell jacket skirmishing, 2 boxes of those. I also got a water stroke wine wagon with horse, which I thought would be good for sort of scenarios again. Some dismounted Confederate cavalry with various weapons skirmishing. And then another Confederate firing line. Again, I'm going to use them as skirmishers, and also some Burdans sharpshooter troops. So 2 boxes of those, which I'm going to paint up in the green uniform that they wore to join the Union forces. So yeah, just a bit of variety, something different. I've got more than enough ACW figures, but what I haven't actually got is a lot of skirmishing troops or sort of dismounted cavalry type troops. So that's why I went in there. So yeah, didn't need them, but they had to be done. Also, one thing I did go for, I wanted a couple of more bridges because I haven't. Most of the ones I've got are not particular. I've got a really big one, which is just a bit too big, and then I've got smaller ones which are almost a bit too small. So I wanted something a bit different. So picked up this one. That was who's that? Tablescape. It's 3D printed, incredibly light, and I thought that will do as kind of almost a medieval through to, well, I mean, you see bridges like this in Britain even today. So I thought that was kind of fun. I think it was about £12, so that's not bad at all. And then for more ACW period, picked up this one. Again, I think it's 3D printed. This will Battle Zone Scenics, large wooden bridge, painted, £15. You can't go wrong with that, can you? 15 quid. So that's going to be really useful for the ACW period, I think, more than anything else. I've got more than enough tufts, but it's always useful to get some different ones to mix in with the ones I've got. So picked up a few packs of those from Great Escape. There we go. And didn't get much paint this time, but because I actually don't need much paint. I've got more than enough, but I'm running out of flesh, or the lighter coloured flesh, so I picked up one of those from AK. I was trying to find deck tan from AK, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so that was a bit frustrating. Then also, this was another pre-order from Gripping Beast. It's some early Saxon sort of character figures for Midgard, because I wanted to have a few more of those to go with what I've already got. So that's them, not many. And then this was a definite impromptu purchase, which was not on my radar. I was talking to these guys. Tiger Miniatures, not aware of them, if I'm honest. I've never really taken much notice of them, but as it says, they do Balkan Wars, but they also do Boxer Rebellion, Chinese Wars of that sort of era, and various other things as well. Well worth taking a look at if you're into that sort of thing. So I've picked up, this is Bannerman Coolie Hat, standing open-handed. I don't know whether that will show up very well. Really, really nice. A Bannerman with a coolie hat and arquebust loading. Pretty good. Not happy with those. What else we got here? Crouching Tiger Gun and Gun Crew. Yeah, don't know whether they're showing up, but anyway. And then Bannerman more with arquebusts and Imperial Infantry Command, which again look really nice indeed. So I was quite impressed with those. Oh, what's that? No, the Chinese. Oh, Chinese General Command. Yeah, really nice. So I did get something else. Oh yeah, I've got some horses. That's right. I knew I got something more from this. Was actually what made me stop. They were selling off these pack mule figures. I mean, they're heavily flashed up, but with a sharp knife they should clean up. They were 3 of them for £2.50. I thought that was perfect. So you can use them for all sorts of different scenarios. So yeah, wasn't aware of Tiger miniatures, but I am now. So you might want to check them out if you are looking for something a bit different. And then finally, where's it gone? I don't know what I'm going to say, but it was an irrational but sort of rational purchase. This is a pre-painted Romano British Army plus a few extras that a chap, here we go, Tom, Council of Bree at hotmail.co.uk. He paints these. He doesn't have a website. You have to contact him directly if there's anything you're interested in. But he had thousands of figures. And yeah, they're not going to win any, whatever, the golden thingy trophies, but they're actually not bad at all. Look at that. So that's a Commander, £7. I don't think that was too bad. So basically this whole lot here cost me £100, £104 if I'm honest. So yeah, you can see, I don't know, not bad at all. I may touch them up a bit, I may just leave them as they are. So, like this dude, there's another late Roman commander. Very good indeed. Another solo figure that I picked up as well. They're all metal. So this was the set I picked up. So this was £85. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So I think this is supposed to be a Saga Force. But I'm going to mix it in with the ones I've got that I did for Pax Britannia. And then I've got enough basically to do a Midgard Force. Yeah, so I think that's not bad. I'm quite pleased with that. But did I need it? No, of course I didn't. Could I have painted them? Yes, but it would have taken time. And Tom was offering them up quite reasonably. I didn't think that was too bad. £100 for that lot. What have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 infantry, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cavalry. I think that's not bad. Metal cost is not much different. It's not an awful lot less than that. So anyway, there you go. So that was my impromptu purchase. So that's what I picked up at Warfare. Yeah, really good fun. Really good show. If you ever get a chance to get down to Warfare, it's always around the November period, and it's always, well, last few years has been at Reading. Sorry, it's been at Farnborough, and is well worth a visit if you are close by. Anyway, lovely games there as well, and I did promise that I would show you some of the games that I saw as I went round. I tried to get everything. I'm not sure whether I succeeded or not, but if I didn't, apologies if I missed your game, but the overall effect of them was very, very impressive indeed, and yeah, very, very happy with the look of the show. Some great games, lots of people prepared to have a chat about their games, how they did them, what the figures were, what the rules were, which is also a massive advantage to me. There was one there who always is there, who always ignores you, and true to form, they did too. I should run a little competition to see whether anyone guesses who it is, because it's the same one that everybody moans about. But anyway, otherwise, really good folks and beautifully organised. Thanks to Reading for organising such a great show, and to all the traders and all the people who put the effort into putting together games. If I did see you, thanks for coming over. It was great to meet you. If I didn't, apologies. But it was busy. It was busy. Certainly in the morning. The afternoon was a lot quieter. There's a tip from Dom. If you're going to Farnborough to Warfare next year, go in the Saturday afternoon. if you just want to get round and see everything, because it's a heck of a lot quieter. If you want to go and socialise and meet everybody, go in the morning, because that's when everyone's there. Anyway, enough from me. Here's some videos coming up. Thanks for watching. Thanks as always for all the support. Hit that like, subscribe, do all that sexy stuff. And I will see you again soon. This is Dom, signing out.